back, guys. This is Tiny Brain bringing you some more Rust gameplay. After my last post, I had some people message me saying that they wanted some tips when fighting as a lone wolf, so here it is. A lot of people enjoy playing Rust as a lone wolf, where it's them against the world, trying to survive in this hostile land, and you know what? I can't say I don't blame them. You know, it's exciting knowing it's you against the world, and it brings a lot more value to items. When you're playing solo, every gun and resource matters, and a little can go a long way. So in this video I'm going to show you some Rust PvP footage. It's me fighting a clan of 4. You'll notice in most of the clips the fights are actually 1v1s, and this is because of the golden rule when fighting a larger group. And that is to split them up. You know, obviously when more people are shooting at you, the higher the chance you have of being hit. So if you're fighting, 3 guys, each one of them only has to land 1 shot while spraying and then you're down. However, if you're fighting one guy, he has to land all 3 of those shots by himself. You know, you want to let the big groups do the farming for you when you're just a solo player. You know, you're small, you're mobile, you have the element of surprise, and you've got to use all those things to your advantage. In this one base attack, I managed to get 10 plus guns and, thousands of resources, which on my own would have taken, hours of farming, and instead, all I had to do was about 30 minutes to an hour of PvP outside their base. Go over to the quarry and take the resources out of that, and that's going to do 2 things. 1, free resources, obviously, and 2, it's going to bait whoever's nearby to come check on their quarry when they realize it's not running. Almost immediately, I hear footsteps coming from my left as this guy, I don't know if he was coming to check out the gunfire or the quarry. So, we get in a little bit of a spray fight here. It's close range, so it's okay to do that spray, and then I'm going to immediately take the high ground and shoot down on him. He doesn't even stand a chance. So this is a good example of using rocks. Rocks are going to be your best friend when playing as a solo player. They offer cover and they give you the high ground. I've killed a few of them at this point, and now they're starting to hunker down in the base. And as a solo player, it's going to be hard for me to raid this base due to the sheer amount of resources that it would take. So we're going to have them bring the loot out to me. So is what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep harassing them until they finally send somebody out to either flank me or they rush me. More than likely they're going to go for the flank. They finally send somebody out to come around behind me and take me out from the outside, so now we have a chance to get some loot. So is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and try to pull out a wide flank on him, because I'm guessing that he's going to go ahead and try to flank my position, and I wanted to catch him mid-flank. Well, sadly, either I didn't see him or he didn't flank, and he ran along the front of their base to get to my current position. So now we've basically just flip-flopped spots. I feel pretty comfortable taking on one guy, so I'm going to go ahead and rush him here and catch him, because I have a feeling that he's going to cross this field to get to me. So it doesn't seem like he's pushing. So I head back to try to meet him mid-flank, and I end up running into several of their group members. It wasn't just the one guy. So immediately I'm going to do single shots, because it's a one-on-one at this point. And then once the other one has line of sight on me, it's more about putting down pressure. I don't want any of these guys to be able to sit there and line up a headshot on me or anything like that, so I want to apply pressure to both of them. So I'm going to switch to fully automatic and spray at both groups while alternating between the 2. That way it's going to kind of put a little bit of pressure on them, and hopefully they're going to miss some shots. I don't want to fight this 1v3 because of what I said earlier, so I'm going to pull back to the rocks to where I have some good cover and I can try to ambush one of them. It's all about splitting this group up. So I'm hoping that once this group pushes into the rocks, you know, one is going to take left, one will take right. At most, it'll be a 2v1, which is better odds than the 3v1 before out in that open field. So I'm crouching around, and that's when I hear him talking and some footsteps. Right here, you know, patience is key. They don't know where I am. I still have the element of surprise. I'm not going to try to do this long-range fight with a Tommy. You know, part of being a good solo player is also knowing your strengths and weaknesses. And, you know, I'm not very good with the Tommy or the Bolt. I'm really good with the AK, so I'm a little out of my comfort zone at this point, so I want to try to get close with the Tommy.
How's your 22? Is he alright? Jesus Christ.
Just up a couple
Some
times.
people have amazing shots in this game. It's ridiculous. Is this your... Yo, yours just... Oh, is this your loot room?
Not ours, it was open. Someone else raided this like 2 days ago.
So I don't want to stay there too long because there are two in there, so even if I were to push in there and get that one, the other one could push out at any time, and then it's a 2v1 in close quarters where I don't stand that good of a chance. So we're going to pull back, immediately get back up onto the rocks so we have the height advantage. We want that upper ground, and then we're going to let one of them push out to us.
Alright, he's ran. Are you alright?
Eventually, sure enough, one pushes out. So we just turned this 2v1 into a 1v1 and got yet another kill on him.
Fuck, I'm down, I'm down. Get me, get me, get me.
The guy up in the window is a pretty significant threat because as long as he's in there, I can't really safely maintain my position on the rocks. You know, I can't fight the person up in that window and worry about the people below me, so we need to take that guy out in the window. Like I said earlier, you know, you want to play to your strengths. So I know this guy's got an AK on him, which is the gun that I'm strongest with, and when taking on this many people, I want to be as comfortable as possible. So I'm doing a little bit of a risky move here. You know, you really shouldn't be looting people when there's so many active players around, but I really want that AK in order to fight back. Once I get this AK, I can now fight the guy in the window again because I have a long-range gun. Now that I've taken the guy out in the window once again, I'm safe to get back up on the rocks where I can have a good view of everything. I got pretty lucky that he tried to engage long range with the Tommy instead of working his way up closer, because I'm sure that he could have got a little bit of break when he made that mistake. As you can see, rucks play a huge role when fighting multiple people. Having that high ground and, you know, being able to see everything that's around you is extremely helpful. You know, a few more tips when you're PvPing against multiple people that you really want to try to stick to is never reload right after a kill. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've dropped somebody and then start to reload my gun when a second one comes around the corner and you're mid-reload. You know, that'll really fuck you over pretty quickly. So never reload unless you're sure that you're in a safe position. Another thing is that you always want to stay at 100 life. You know, any advantage that you can give yourself over the group of players, you're going to want to take that. And having full health is definitely one of those things. If somebody's got 80 life and you have 100 life, that's one less shot that you have to hit. So, you know, always making sure you're at full life is extremely important. With this clan, I was able to get so much resources and guns off of them that I didn't want to have to keep running back and forth from my base to their base. So I actually set up like a little 1x2 forward operating base to where I could spawn in if I were to die. And more importantly, where I can store, you know, some of those mats, guns, and clothing that I'm getting off of them. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. If there's something you'd like to see in the future, feel free to message me or leave a comment and I'll try to get to it. Until next time, guys.